Well, it's time to get working back on the Dirty Bird. It has been sitting for too long. I had other things to do. I was working on my motorhome, my boat, other videos, taking trips. I got to get back on this Dirty Bird. I got to start working on this thing. So we got a bunch of parts in. We're going to start again on the dismantling. That's our next project, is to get the rest of the stuff off here so we can pull this whole front subframe, because I got a brand new one, brand new motor, transmission, all disc brakes. All this is just coming out, and we're putting all brand new one back in. I got two new quarters that I'm going to put on. I've also got lower patch panels for the front fenders and a couple for the bottom of the doors. It's got the usual rust in the usual places, and I got floor pans for inside the car. I'm thinking about doing a mini tub on it because the new rear end that I have is already set up with the shocks mounted on the inside of the wheel well instead of the outside like they come stock. So I'm really thinking about, while I have this all apart and I'm going to be doing all this welding on this sheet metal, that I might as well go with some mini tubs. Got it apart, might as well do it. These are the lower patch panels that go on the fenders. So I got two of these, got them from Classic Industries. You can get them from Firebird Nation, you can get them from Summit Racing, you can get them from all kinds of different places. I found when ordering quarters, hoods, panels and stuff like that, some of the places charge you massive amount of money for shipping, and don't get sucked into that, because I was getting ready to place an order, and I do believe it was from Firebird Nation, and I had two quarters, some patch panels, a couple other items. It was about $600, and they wanted to charge me $500 in shipping, which I'm sorry, that don't work. So I got part of my order from Classic Industry, because they offer free shipping if you're over a certain amount of money, and Summit Racing, same thing. They give you free shipping over a certain amount, so I made sure my amounts were over that. I didn't have to pay for shipping, and for the extra $500 that I would have spent for shipping this other stuff out, I was able to purchase other car parts. So make sure you check on your shipping when you order these bigger parts, because that's where they're making up a lot of their money, is on this shipping, and it's ridiculous. It doesn't cost that much to ship some of these parts.
This is the old engine assembly that we're going to be pulling out and putting in the new front subframe. So I can't wait to get this out and get the new stuff in. And here we have the new subframe with engine complete, with all billet aluminum assemblies and pulleys.
We're going to end up taking out this old vintage air conditioning system here. It's just too big, it's just ugly, it doesn't work anyways. It's right over the side of the engine for you to get your spark plugs or get the valve covers off. It's really a major hassle with all this stuff in the way. So this is all going, and we'll go with something like a vintage air system, so it won't be this massive. And they do offer, when all this box comes off here, they do offer a plate or a cover that covers this, so you can make your firewall look nice and flat and clean lines, paint it up, and look really good. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do on this here. I already ordered the piece. We're getting ready to drop this subframe in a little bit, get this trans out and everything. We're going to put in the new stuff that I have. Great find that I got, that whole front end out of subframe. Somebody was rebuilding, refurbishing a '69 Firebird, and they did all that brand new, and they decided they were going LS and a racing subframe. So we got everything basically new for an outstanding price. If you've seen some of my older videos, you know the hunt I went on and got that. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to continue dismantling, Gotta get this fenders off, gotta get this front off here, the inside tubs off. Get it ready to drop there's 4 bolts that hold this subframe in, and we're just gonna roll this whole thing away and just roll the new one in when it's ready to go after we get this all cleaned up and primed and ready for paint. Not sure how some of you are with wiring, but this wiring here is a mess on this car. It just goes everywhere. It's been spliced. It's been spliced a couple of places up in here. Got stuff running off it. The inside's a mess. If you can do basic wiring, then I would just buy some new wiring harnesses. I found these wiring harnesses that attach to these, that come exact for these cars, whether you have I found exact wiring harnesses that go to these cars whether you have power windows, manual windows, AC, no AC. They have everything there. If you don't use the wires, you just kind of just roll them up, put them to the side in case it's somewhere down the road you end up making a conversion. You have everything there, but they're pretty reasonably priced. They go from anywhere from $400 to $700 depending on who you buy them from, and it just makes your project a lot nicer. We're going to go ahead and go with aftermarket gauges on this, so we're going to have some GPS sensors and so forth for the speedometer, and everything else should hook up to it. So we don't need some of the wiring for the inside, but I want underneath that dash to be clean. I don't want all this spaghetti that's underneath there right now. If you're going to go through this of extensive restoration, then you're going to want to just redo your wiring. And if you're not good on wiring and you're scared of it, maybe take the time, have somebody come over for a few hours, lay the wiring out for you. Well, I think that's going to be about it for the day. I'm a little tired, but I got what I wanted done. I got the whole front end ready to come out. I just have to take the subframe bolts out, disconnect the exhaust and the steering column, and the whole subframe and motor and trans ready to come out, and then we'll be able to start in on the firewall, get that thing all done, get it cleaned up, make it look nice, get it all primed, ready for paint. So that's where we're at today. I'm gonna call it. Tired. 68 Dirty Bird coming along. Random Life out.